So this is a big one here. And yes, the VA did try to reduce my mental health rating. Every time I talk about this, people think I'm crazy that the VA doesn't do that. I'm going to show you exactly what happened and the records that they used to justify what they did, so that when this happens to you, you're going to go in prepared, unlike me, because I was totally blindsided and slapped in the face on this one. And there was only one thing that saved my VA rating. And I'm going to show you my personal records and walk through what happened. And most importantly, what you need to avoid, what you need to do to avoid what I went through. Okay. It's a matter of when, not if. Anyways, I'll be showing my personal stuff here. So I ask that if this helped you, please like, subscribe, do all the things, comment down below, and share this with a friend. We cannot let the VA get one over on us. Anyways, here we go. It's story time. And I'm going to start with a decision letter. Okay. Decision letter, January, February, March, April, May. May 2022. That date's important. Okay. What I did was, prior to this is the decision, not the intent to file. I submitted one claim, which was this one right here, for a lower back. All right. Lower back claim, 10%, whatever. That came with radiculopathy, nerve damage in each leg at 20% each. That's part of the same DBQ. So this is normal. The VA should be doing this for spine conditions. I submitted a single claim. And then during my CMP exam, I got another one scheduled. And I was like, what? I already had my CMP exam for my back. Like, what could they possibly want? And it was for mental health. And you can see that it was reevaluated, which is currently 70%. Okay. Now, why would the VA do that? All right. We're going to switch over to these are my VA records from March of 2022. Okay. This is a phone call. I got out in 2019. I was doing therapies like cognitive behavior training. They asked if I wanted medication. I'm not a big medicine or medication pill person. Yeah. So this is a phone call. Okay. This is it. This is the only thing I could find in my VA records that would indicate my condition has improved according to the VBA. Anyways, reason for visit summary. So the VA does have your VA rating and they annotate it right here. Okay. For mental health, it can say a ton of things, right? Chronic adjustment disorder, PTSD, unspecified disorder. Don't really worry about how the VBA labels it. Okay. But just letting you know, the VHA, your healthcare team, knows exactly what you're rated for. Anyways, veteran completed course of PCMHI sessions. Boom. Referred to FTB Mental Health Clinic for psychotherapy for anxiety on 8/30/21. Did not attend. Okay. What's crazy about this is that's whenever, if you follow me for a long time, you know that I've really dove into my faith, and that's how, less of me, more of him. That's what really like gets me through. Okay. I wouldn't say like help or cure, but it gets me through versus I cannot stand talking to a therapist. Anyways, I don't want to get too personal in that one because I'll really tell you how I really feel. But I didn't attend. Okay. And they knew that I was going into faith. I shared that with my primary care, but you don't see that listed anywhere. And then it says he noted. So I was a federal employee for the Army at the time. I've since quit, but it says he noted that anxiety with teaching in-person classes, when you're teaching in an auditorium, dude, that can be like when all eyes are on you. It's very weird. Much improved as he spent more time in the office and was comfortable with materials. I obviously blacked out a lot of things for reasons. But this is the only like negative thing I can find as to why the VA would even claim that. So that's for the back, spine. Okay. And then it says, although recent evidence shows, this is for, excuse me, let me orient you. This is for my mental health. Okay. See, unspecified trauma and stress-related disorder can say a billion things. Although recent evidence shows some improvement in the condition sustained, improvement has not been definitively established. Let me tell you this. Because on the phone, not even an in-person appointment, I said that I was getting better at talking in front of hundreds of students, adult students. And what else was there? Oh yeah, that I didn't attend this and that, I went a faith route. You don't see the faith route on here, which does make me mad. It's great. The amount of stress from my CMP exam for mental health, which came out of nowhere, to this decision letter was absolutely insane. This is just copy paste. Okay. These are just the 70% symptoms. It doesn't mean you have all of these. This is just literally copy paste out of CFR. Anyways, yes, the VA can and will reevaluate your condition. And if you're curious, is as if to mine was my rating was static. My VA rating was static. Okay. And people tell me this all the time. They think I'm crazy, but they don't read M21 TAC 1. If your rating is static and it's under a 5-year period, it doesn't matter. Okay. Static does not matter under 5 years. I don't know how many times I have to say that for people to understand. I'm telling you, static does not matter if it's under 5 years, period. Okay. Now, once you hit the 5-year mark, you're pretty much coasting. Then you have the 10, the 20, 55 there. Just food for thought. Yes, my mental health was static. I submitted a single claim for my back, direct service connection, and my mental health was reevaluated. All right. Now, I don't say this to scare everyone. What I'm saying is, if you're submitting claims, you need to make sure you have your evidence, because what saved me is everything that's right here. Okay. Now, I'm not showing you this. Even just reading it. Oh, I'm not even sharing my screen. This part right here, what I blocked out. Whenever I was redacting this, even just reading it was just a lot. So it's only a few sentences. This right here is the only thing that saved me. It's evidence. Evidence, evidence, evidence. Not the CMP exam. Okay. It's evidence. Evidence, evidence, evidence. That's it. So my suggestion to you is, if you're seeking treatment, one, think before you speak. Okay. Saying something, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing good, blah, 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 blah. Tell me about your job. Is teaching getting better? Yeah, I've been at my job for a year now, blah, 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 blah. It's getting easier to teach because I know the materials. Normal conversation turned into a reevaluation of mental health, which I don't think is fair to the veteran at all, right? I'm not saying be absolutely crazy on your health appointments and not report anything. What I'm saying is, have the understanding that your words matter when you speak to the VA. All right. So even if you are doing great that day, man, hey, today was really good day, but last week, here's what happened, right? Versus just reporting on the good. If you report on the good, it's going to look good. So healthcare is important. Don't let this steer you away from healthcare, but there is privacy in private healthcare. And when I say private healthcare, I don't mean community care. I mean private insurance, non-VA care. Anyways, that's my story. Yes, the VA reevaluated mental health static condition. Yes, it was stressful. Weird relationship with that. And yes, the only thing that saves my bacon was my evidence.